Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hey, I'm going to make this a pretty simple video. I'm going to give you one tip. And I labeled this video 3 cups of fat coffee. I'm feeling amazing. I actually don't drink coffee, but I had gotten that message earlier. And then I often hear the same idea or the same question over and over again. And the question that I get, hey girls, here's your sausage. So, hey, this is the girls' breakfast in the morning. We just made sausage in the air fryer. They're having a Protone shake. How are you doing? How was your morning? This is what the girls are eating. I'm having a little bit of it. So it's just a shake. It's Protones with a little bit of peanut butter, almonds, dark chocolate. We use water and ice. It's really good. I'm not intermittent fasting this morning. But here's the question of the day, and here's your one tip today. I did work out, so ignore my face. So a lot of people have this question around fat, right? Can I overdo fat, or I'm stuck, or they feel stuck or at a plateau? What do I do? And so I've had people say, I'm on my second or my third cup of fat coffee and I feel so good. Meaning like you feel great because you're not hungry. But something that I want you to think of real quick, or just kind of keep this in your mind as you're going throughout the day and you're making choices for food, is think about this. We often eat, like you dive into this ketogenic lifestyle, this diet, whatever you want to call it, or low carb, right? And now you're taught to eat fat. So you're like, I got to add butter and heavy creams and all of these things to all of my foods. I've got to eat tons of avocado. And while that is good, yes, like eating fats is great. Fat keeps you fuller longer. Where are you tuning in from, by the way? How's your morning? What did you do to start off your morning? So are you intermittent fasting or are you having breakfast? The girls and I are having some sausage and a Protone shake.
Yeah, so good.
I had a workout this morning and I was really hungry, so I was not going to make it until this afternoon. But so I want you just to think about this from now and even going into the weekend. Just because it's keto doesn't mean you have to go eat it just to eat it. Just because fat coffee, that's coffee where you mix with butter and coconut oil or heavy cream. Oftentimes I'll hear people are on their 3rd or 4th cup of coffee with all of this heavy cream and butter. And then I hear later that they're stuck. They've hit a plateau or they can't reach that next level, or it's not about the scale. It's just about, hey, I kind of feel bloated, or I'm not seeing, the clothes aren't fitting differently. I need you to know something. While you dive into this low carb keto space, right? Or while you work on transitioning your food to eating higher fats, lower carbs, you can overeat fat. That's it, plain and simple. So oftentimes when somebody dives into this conversation or this lifestyle right away, they like gorge on fats. It's like, they drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee. It's full of heavy cream and butter. They're eating fat bombs. They're eating tons of avocados. They're adding butter to everything they eat. You guys, I did that. But I want you to understand is there are more calories in fat than there are calories in carbs. This isn't about having to count calories. This isn't about having to be perfect. This is like a lifestyle. So if you dive into it, you're gonna do the best that you can, and it's a long-term sticking with this. But what I want you to understand is very simply this one concept. And the concept is this: you can still overeat fat if you're eating a ton of it when you're not hungry. If you're drinking 3 or 4 cups of coffee with heavy cream and butter and coconut oil, do you realize how many calories that is? Again, this is not a lifestyle where you have to dive in and count calories, but if your goal is fat loss, okay? Just this is like simple understanding. If your goal is fat loss, you have to eat less calories, right? So the point is, if you drink a fat coffee, or if you drink ketones, or if you intermittent fast, the goal is to not squeeze as many or a little bit more or all of the keto foods you can within that intermittent fasting window. The point is, when you eat higher fats, you don't eat as much. The point is, when you drink fat coffee, it should push you through that till the afternoon. The point is, if you add a little bit of avocado and some good fats to your lunch, you're not snacking throughout the entire day. So I hope this is making sense. Is this making sense? Like, all of these fats are great for you, and you can also overdo them, which could cause you to get to a spot where you're like, hey, I'm stuck right here. And so often you're going to hear me, if you message me, I'm like, how much dairy are you eating? Are you eating when you're not hungry? Are you just eating fat bombs because it's keto? Are you going to grab those snacks because it's keto? Are you, oh, it's keto, I can have it. I can have another fat coffee, it's keto. I can have more almonds. Like, I saw a really good visual, which I'll share with you later, on why sometimes people have to measure just to get their mindset of like how much you're eating. Like an actual portion of almonds somebody was showing me, and then like a handful of almonds that somebody grabs, there's a big difference. And so I'm not saying, I don't measure all of my food. I haven't done it for years, right? But I've also learned doing the reboot, drinking ketones, just being aware of how I feel if I'm hungry. I also have learned, like when I go into the kitchen, if my kids are snacking or we're just hanging around the house, I'm like, am I hungry or am I not? I'm really not hungry. You probably need water. So something that I give people a tip is, before you grab something to eat, like legitimately ask yourself, am I hungry? Am I eating because the clock says to eat? Am I eating because it's keto and I just think I can have it? Or am I thirsty? So give yourself 5 seconds to go, am I hungry? I don't think I'm hungry. Do I really need a snack? Am I eating it because it's keto? Or am I thirsty? Grab some water, let yourself figure it out, and then move on. I'm a not big snacker. I really don't feel like I actually need snacks. If you eat a good solid 3 meals or 2 meals in intermittent fast, you really, and if I do need a snack, I'll have some almonds or a cheese stick. Anyways, all I wanted to come on here and say is for those of you who've been messaging me going, I'm eating all my fats, or I'm trying to meet my macros, I'm trying to fill in the circles, and my question to you would be, but are you hungry? I mean, because remember, this still is about a calorie deficit if your goal is fat loss, meaning less calories, right? So you can't overconsume fat and eat whatever you want when you want, even if it's keto, and expect to see the scale or fat loss, right? Your body to change. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So you're going to feel better. You're not going to have all that junky carbs and sugar. So so just so you know, the reboot isn't available right now. It'll be available December 1st. For those of you who have the reboot, make sure you're in the reboot group. We start next weekend. We're still doing the 10-day challenge. So if you want to know more about the 10-day drink ketones challenge, a lot of you are getting it. Make sure you message me so that you're in the private group with that. If you want to know more about the challenge, just post challenge below and you and I will chat. And I'll show you kind of how I started 4.5 years ago. And really, that's it. So I really just wanted to come on here because that question comes up a lot, is the awareness around fats. When can I eat them? How much can I eat them? Because I'll just say this lastly. The ketogenic diet was made for you to eat 80% fat. But if somebody were to really go and look at how much fat they eat, they probably eat even more of that, or they're eating when they're not hungry. That's it. Just don't eat if you're not hungry. Go drink some water. Pay attention. We've got some serious Candyland going on over here. Annie is legitimately the winner of Candyland, and guess who? She won once, but she beat me all night last night, right?
I'm the winner. I won her for guess who?
We're taking our kids. So who's got some fun plans this weekend? We are taking our kids. We're taking our kids on a surprise little trip this weekend because we just felt like we needed to get away for the weekend. So we are out of here in a couple hours. So with that, where are you tuning in from? How is your morning? I would love to chat. If you are brand new, post new below, and I would love to chat with you, figure out your goals, what you're up to. We can share our lifestyle of how we started, and we can also give you kind of a foods list. Yes. So I didn't mean for this to be so long, but I appreciate you all. Everybody have a good day. Have a good weekend. Share with us what you're doing. We're going on a special trip, right? We're going on a special trip. So we appreciate you all. We'll talk. Stop. Well, look it. They gave you a whole bunch of hearts. Say thank you. Don't you love those little teeth? Aren't those cute? You get to sing that special song for Christmas, right? Do you know how it goes?
No.
All I want for Christmas is
my tooth teeth.
We're making Christmas lists already. Anybody else's kids, right?
There's these babies that are fake, but they look like real babies.
My kids want a real baby doll. Anybody else have them out there? Like a real, live. They look real. And I talked about it on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, it's Keto Mom Secrets. That's my Instagram. And I had so many of you share stories. One lady said she got her daughter one of those real baby dolls, or maybe it was her sister that got one. And they look so real. It's the weirdest thing, almost awkwardly weird.
Ow.
And the baby doll got left in the car, and somebody broke the window out to grab the baby because it looked so real. They thought there was a baby left in the car, and they broke their car window to save it. I've heard so many crazy stories. It was like,
I feel bad for the car then, because it's just a fake baby.
No, they were trying to save the baby's life. They thought that was a real baby. And then one lady got mad in Target from somebody else because the 5-year-old was carrying around this baby. And then the baby was thrown into the cart and she was mad. And then it's not a real baby. So people are really like, they look so real. And I'll tell you this, my kids think that I need to have more kids. So that's where this whole baby thing came up.
I want a fake baby doll.
Well, she does, but everybody else wants a baby. Anyways, we appreciate you all. We have 4 daughters. If you want to just follow our life, you are welcome on here. We share lots of tips and tricks and recipes. We do have a blog if you're looking for just recipes in general. It's called ketomomsecrets.com.
Yeah.
So we've been uploading all of the recipes there so they're easier to find, so they're not just here. So the
If you have one now, you know not
the
to
blog
put
or
it
the
in the cart.
recipes is
Put it in the cart.
ketomomsecrets.com, or on Instagram we are ketomomsecrets too. So we're going on a special trip. You can go follow us on Instagram. I share all of our stories throughout our day. We're not doing school today. We're going on a trip. So we need to get ready. Today's a fun weekend. You guys have a great day. Don't overdo your fats. Tell yourself, am I hungry? Am I not hungry? Am I eating it just because it's keto? Don't do it. That's it.
No.
Go drink your ketones.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later.